All right, Rick. One thing I hear all the time, I'm sure you hear it all the time from coaches and players, is they say they're going to take it one game at a time. They're not looking ahead. But we're not athletes. We're sports writers, so we like to look a little bit ahead. And one thing we've noticed with the brackets in the UIL playoffs is in 5A and 3A we have a chance for an All Central Texas Championship game if the teams win out. In Class 5A Division 1, Stony Point and Westlake are on opposite ends of the bracket, and they're both 2 wins away from meeting in the championship game. Do you think it's going to happen? And if so, who has a harder road to get there?
Well, if I had a magic wand, I would know better, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the teams up north are a little bit too strong. I think Stony Point has a much tougher road than Westlake. If they win this week, it's the same, and I think they will win this week. They get to play either the number 1 team in the state, Euless Trinity, or the number 5 team in the state, Allen. Trinity is 10-0, Allen is 9-1. By comparison, Westlake would play Pearland or Hightower, and they rank 5 and 7 in the state respectively. That would be a good one too, but it'd be tough to beat the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but I said this at the beginning of the webcast. I think Stony Point can ride their defense all the way to the championship game, and they have shown it in the past 3 games. They haven't let up more than 7 points in the game yet, and their offense is playing just well enough, and their defense is playing great. So they definitely have the tougher road than Westlake, but they're a better team than Westlake too. And I think that if they do play Trinity, I think if their defense is on its game, they could possibly get by them. So who knows? It could be a very intriguing championship game in Class 5A. Class 3A Division 2, another Division 2 matchup, Liberty Hill and Giddings. They're on opposite ends of the bracket. Those 2 teams are no strangers, but in 2 weeks they could have the biggest game ever in that rivalry.
I know, and Giddings is going to have a harder road. If they win this week, they're playing Belleville, and they can beat Belleville. There's no doubt about that. But then they would probably have to play the number 5 team in the state, Gilmer. And Gilmer's been in the top 10 for the entire season, so Gilmer would be a very tough row. Liberty Hill is kind of blessed with a breather. They got Bridgeport this weekend. Then they play Salina or Kaufman next week. None of those 3 teams have been in the top 10 all year. So if Liberty Hill's going to lose it this year, it's going to be a major upset.
Yeah, I think if the class, it might not happen in Class 5A. I'm going to call it. I think it's going to be an All Central Texas showdown in Class 3A Division 2. I think Liberty Hill pretty much is guaranteed to spawn that championship. And Giddings, they have to play Belleville this week. They've already lost to Belleville, so if they can beat them, I think that's their tough matchup. And while Gilmer is the number 5 team in the state, they played with the number 1 team in the state, Liberty Hill, pretty well in their opener. And they only lost by 2 points. So I think if they can play with Liberty Hill, they can definitely play with Gilmer. So I'm going to call it. I think it's going to be Liberty Hill Giddings showdown in Class 3 Division 2, and that is going to be one heck of a game.
I think it'll be a great game, and if Liberty Hill wins out, that means they win 40 straight games. That'd be incredible.
So I guess we'll be talking a lot about those matchups in the upcoming weeks if they do happen. So check back again with us next week.